what we're looking at is very archaic human behavior, human activity that comes from the fact that we are in this kind of a body. There are certain things we do very instinctively when we're being active in nature, when we're being creative. And these go way back to our hunter-gatherer origins, possibly, and even before, I think. So this also arises when we go out into nature. People often, without any art training, any art experience, will spontaneously do things that we can see, if we know what to look for, are very close to what people who are still connected to their old traditions, what they do. Help to psychically hold the emotions of the child, of the little one. They can go, oh, it's okay, come here, we're okay, we're okay. We're in the grass, but those insects, they're flying away, look, they're flying away. You can help to hold that experience. When children miss this side-by-sideness stage, and they are on their own with everything, every inner experience, every outer event, they can begin to really shut down, enclose themselves, armor themselves, and they miss a lot of this joyful, relaxed interaction. So in the trainings, we as adults, we do a lot of this. Many of the adult therapists have missed some of this. It's very pleasurable. It's a very secure way to do psychological work, to have a witnessing other person. And what I'm doing is taking therapists back to this precious phase, so that then when they're working with children, they can do this in a relaxed way. They can sense when some of this is appropriate, and which children have maybe missed this, and who it would help to come fully into their bodies and minds and be present themselves. So some people describe this art therapy as a resource-based therapy. My focus is often on discovering the resources in the present moment, discovering the power we have in the present moment, rather than let's go back and make pictures about your problem, about your past, or what happened. So I try and keep people present now, in the ecology of now, a lot of the time. And this can really support the therapist to support the children. And I think it also models for children how, when something strong happens, I have resources. I begin to find them in myself, in nature around me. So it's empowering in some way, I think. The first stage in most of my trainings is what I call developing somatic awareness. And what I mean by this is very often when psychiatrists, psychologists, teachers, therapists come to trainings, very often we're working in a big city, or people have a very big caseload of clients. Very often there's an issue of pressure, stress, speed. And I would say most of the people that come to my trainings feel, to a greater or lesser extent, a bit hungry for time and space to reconnect with themselves. But also there's a very fundamental, if you like, scientific principle involved in this, which is, as I said before, discovering and reconnecting to our ability to sense the nature within us, ourselves as nature. So becoming aware of, oh, how am I breathing? How is my heart beating? How are the muscles in my body? Where are they tight? Where are they relaxed? How am I sitting? How is my posture? How am I holding myself in relation to the world? Am I like this, you know, anticipating some kind of pressure or threat or demand? Or am I open to pressure, threat, interesting requests, you know? How am I feeling stable? I'm not going to fall over. So people really understand using their own instrument to learn about their own instrument. So we begin with the most simple processes. Whenever human beings receive some kind of startling experience or shock, fright, even unexpected powerful thought sometimes, or even passionate desire, one of our first reactions can be to hold our breath, to stop breathing. Excitement, fear, a whole range of things. And breathing is the first way we stop the world. We press the pause button. But it also cuts the flow of feeling. So it can cut us off from our own flow of awareness. It can cut us off from understanding that a big feeling can arise and vanish in a minute. It cuts us off from our creative flow of, oh, a big shock came and I know exactly what to do. So, and during therapy, of course, there are many moments of fear, insight, expectation, anticipation, that can stop the breathing. So one of the very first things we do is we practice staying in connection with our breathing. And we do this through doing what I call breathing drawing, which is very simply, so I sit and I breathe and I notice which parts of my body move naturally when I'm breathing. So actually the sides of my ribs go out by about an inch. And the more I look, the more I see. Oh, my arms move, my throat moves. And we go through the whole body, discovering actually almost every part of the body. We can consciously sense some subtle response to our breathing. So then when we take crayons and we give our arms permission to move in relation to our breath, just to move, moved by the breath, keeping our conscious attention just rested, not directing our arms, we discover very natural patterns of movement and gesture that come as if literally the breath, the movement of breath can move our arms, and the energy is minimal. This enables quite a lot of interesting and complex phenomena to be observed. So this is one of many exercises I created and discovered and played with in the course of helping people to relax in workshops, working with community groups, working with people with cancer who wanted to make art, who were very afraid of it. Many, many, many kinds of applications. But in the course of doing these simple exercises, I discovered profound effects on our state of mind, state of body, relationship to the world. So now I can use these very simple exercises as training exercises with a different focus.